Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we break down company secrets so you don't have to. Today we're diving into a really interesting report from Zoetis Inc., not just because it tells us about their borrowing power, but also about how they're navigating the world of finance. Zoetis Inc., a company known for its animal health products, has just filed a Form 8K. This is a pretty big deal because it means something important happened that investors really need to know about right away. Think of it like a public announcement for a big company move. So what's the big news? Well, Zoetis has signed a new revolving credit agreement. Now that sounds a bit technical, but let's break it down. Imagine Zoetis needs cash for day-to-day operations, or maybe for a sudden big opportunity. A revolving credit facility is like a credit card for a big company. They get a certain amount of money they can borrow and pay back as needed over a set period. This new deal is for 5 years and gives them access to a cool $1.25 billion. That's a lot of dough. Now, here's something interesting. They can even stretch that to $1.75 billion if they want to, and if certain conditions are met. This means they have flexibility. Also, it's important to note that their subsidiaries aren't backing this loan. This tells us the company is confident in its own ability to manage this debt. How much will this cost them? Well, the interest on these loans will be based on a few things. They can choose a base rate that's kind of a standard interest rate, or a term SOFR rate, which is tied to a different financial benchmark. On top of that, there's an applicable margin. This margin is based on Zoetis' credit rating, which is basically how trustworthy they are seen by the big credit agencies. The higher the rating, the lower the margin, meaning less interest to pay. They also have to pay this facility fee on the total amount of credit available, not just what they've borrowed. It's like paying the fee just to have that credit card available. Zoetis can pay back these loans early without any penalties. This is great news because it means they can save money on interest if they have extra cash. They don't have to make any special payments either. This really shows they expect to manage their cash flow well. Now, for the rules, the main rule or financial covenant is that Zoetis can't borrow too much relative to their earnings. It's like a promise not to get into too much debt. There are also other standard rules that limit their ability to merge with other companies, sell off major assets, or take on debt that gets paid back before other debts. These are normal clauses in big loan agreements designed to protect the lenders. And because they've got this shiny new credit line, they're saying goodbye to their old one. This old credit agreement was set to expire in December of 2027, so they're definitely proactive in updating their financial arrangements. This is a sign of good financial management, always looking to have the best terms available. Looking at Zoetis' stock, they're traded on the New York Stock Exchange. Their common stock symbol is ZTS. This is what most people buy and sell when they talk about owning a piece of Zoetis. The most important part of this filing for us is really to understand the company's financial health and its plans. This new credit facility is a big signal about their confidence in their future. It indicates they anticipate needing access to funds and they're securing good terms for it. It's like getting a good mortgage rate before rising interest rates. We don't have specific financial tables to dive into in this particular 8K, but this loan agreement is a key part of any company's financial structure. Think of it as the financial plumbing that allows the business to operate and grow. A large credit line like this suggests they're either planning a significant expansion, a big acquisition, or simply want a robust safety net for unexpected events. Zoetis as a company is in the animal health sector, which is generally quite stable. People love their pets and farmers need healthy livestock. This means demand for their products tends to hold up even when the economy isn't doing great. They're competing with big names like Pfizer and Merck Animal Health, but they've carved out a strong niche. The fact that they are proactively managing their debt structure with this kind of move might signal future growth initiatives or a desire to maintain financial flexibility in an uncertain economic environment. It's all about having the resources ready when opportunities knock or when challenges arise. Now, looking at this report broadly, Zoetis appears to be in a strong position, ready to leverage its financial strength. While there aren't explicit numbers showing a change in revenue or profit in this specific filing, the securing of a substantial credit line at what we can assume are favourable terms is a positive indicator of their financial standing and overall business health. It suggests the banks who lend them this money see Zoetis as a low-risk borrower, a vote of confidence in their business model and management. The main risk here would be if their future plans don't pan out, and they have to draw heavily on this line without a corresponding increase in revenue to service the debt. However, given their market and their proactive approach, it seems they are well prepared. A clear conclusion is that Zoetis is financially prudent and strategically positioned for continued operation and potential growth, and management, the main risk here would be if their future plans don't pan out and they have to draw heavily on this line without a corresponding increase in revenue to service the debt. However, given their market and their proactive approach, alright, that's our breakdown of Zoetis' latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.